So I've got a message here from two weeks ago. I can't even believe I had to try to 15 days ago. 15 days ago, okay. Didn't really need to use my fingers to figure that one out, did I? So it's about protoevangelium. They said they think that, oh, whatever. Thought it was used in liturgy. Why isn't why isn't it accepted to stuff like this? And that they were confused about it because, you know, don't we get a lot of our stuff about Mary from the protoevangelium of James? No. You can be excused totally for thinking that's a very common mistake. There are many things in the protoevangelium, the Infancy Gospel of James, that we affirm. We say that's correct. Is the story 100% canonical? No, it is not. Where is it not canonical? I don't know. And I don't know if anybody does, but the church has not used it. But there are many aspects in there that line up, just like, let's say, the Infancy Gospel of Thomas, which we do not accept. It's heretical. But we could say that, yes, Jesus was a boy, born of a virgin, just as Infancy Gospel has it, of Thomas. I think it has the virgin birth in there. It's been a long time. Well, it's an Infancy Gospel, so it has to. But what I remember, the really strange things about Jesus making the clay birds, stretching the board, which should give it away, that Joseph and Jesus weren't exactly carpenters or tecton. Fine rendering of it being carpenter, that's fine. Construction worker or stonemason is probably more correct. It's probably closer to being correct, but it's tecton, which is kind of like the jobs I do. I might be like Christ in that one way, that I work a similar job. Which tells you about something. Jesus wasn't a lowly beggar peasant, and he wasn't an aristocrat like people. Oh, he wore fine linen. No, he didn't. He was a working man. Good deal. It's my type of guy. But there's things that, you know, that there's a lot in the protoevangelium that we also sing in the liturgy, but it's not 100%. We've retained the names Joachim and Anna because we've retained the names. I like the protoevangelium, and it's a good story to read, but it has to, it remains outside of, it's not really heretical. It's just, we don't know who wrote this, and, you know, we take the parts that are only affirmed by the Orthodox Church, and we don't get it from there. This is stuff that we've retained, right? I would say that had the Gospels not been retained, our liturgy would look strikingly similar to what it does now with the Gospels being retained. Now, people from outside the church might go, that's not possible, it's this and that. And certainly, maybe the liturgy would be different because of the wording of things, but I mean, what ifs and stuff like that. The Gospels have been retained, but the protoevangelium is kind of one of those strange things that kind of floats out there, right? I don't want to say that it's similar to Hermas or Clement, but it is not equal to the New Testament. but I don't believe there's anything heretical in there. And there's some cool stuff too. I love it where Joseph is it Joachim or Joseph? I forget which one. He's walking, because I believe that is Theotokos' birth in there too. But he's walking and he sees drops of water falling and birds flying in the air, and then all of a sudden everything stops. Everything's frozen in air, like time stops around him, and he goes, okay, some miraculous event has happened. I better get back to my wife. Pretty cool. And we can see, I mean, it was probably somebody listening to the liturgy and looking at the icons. I mean, if you look at the icon of the Nativity, that's probably where it got written down, because you can see the protoevangelium in that, or I guess you can see that icon influencing the protoevangelium of James. So it's not heretical. It's a good story to read. What is 100% fact in there? Only that which gets affirmed through the liturgy. Can we say is? We're not going to say, oh, anything that's not in the liturgy is wrong. No, it may very well be. But yeah, we would still have the names Joachim and Anna, and there would still be the light, the cave giving off the uncreated light, and the the celebration of the birth of mankind's yes towards God. When you say Theotokos, remember also, besides the bearer of God, also mankind's yes towards God, the second Eve. She's awesome. She's a fierce warrior. She will protect you. And the Rosary of the West is easy enough to know. I mean, I think everybody knows it just by accident almost. I mean, the Orthodox have a strikingly similar version of the prayer, and there's only one extra thing in there. And if any Orthodox or any people who are seeking Orthodoxy wish to pray that, it's fine. You are not worshiping her. We're not allowed to. She would be angry if you worshipped her, because she only points to her Son. She only points to the Christ. And the Hail Mary only asks for her prayers, just as I asked all of you to pray for me. Just as I can do that, we can ask the Theotokos, in many ways the first Christian, and the mother of the Church. She's a great protector, and as Christians, as men, as people on the earth, we do not forget our mother. So show respect to your own mother, and show respect to the mother, our mother, Theotokos, Blessed Virgin Mary, Our Lady. Peace to you. Take it easy. Good question. This is one that many people are confused about, and I think it's awesome that you know enough to even ask that question. Peace to you. May God save Serbia, Syria, and Ireland.